Good afternoon, everyone. It is September, which means we are doing market stats for the month of August, covering southern San Luis Obispo County and northern Santa Barbara County, mostly the Santa Maria area. My name is Christian Tiessen with Hubbell Real Estate, and today I want to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to do my normal tip at the beginning so that the market stats and everything stays towards the end, just to switch it up, keep things interesting, and I will be putting chapters on these videos going forward. That way you can skip around to the relevant information if you choose. So the thing I want to talk about today is down payments. You know, I take for granted that people don't know, or that everybody knows, that you don't need 20% down for down payment. But there is still kind of this prevailing thought out there, this conventional wisdom that 20% needs to be put down on a house in order to purchase. And you'll see this especially a lot when you're talking to people who are, let's just say, older than me, right? So the idea is that 20% down, you want to have good equity in the house, you want to have a good stake in the house, and you also want to avoid the PMI. Now, I heard this PMI argument be used in a recent discussion I was having on Facebook, the best place to have nuanced discussions, as everyone knows, and it really didn't make sense to me. So I want to break down some numbers on PMI and what it really means between putting 3.5% down and 20% down on a $500,000 house. You know, I like to use round numbers and keep it easy. So let's just look at it this way. $500,000 house, 3.5% down would be $17,500. Now, if you waited to save up to that 20% down, you would be saving up to $100,000, would be 20% down on a $500,000 house. Now that is a difference of $82,500. That is a very significant difference. And if you're like me, saving that extra $82,500 would take a very long time. And in that meantime, let's say it took you 2-3 years to save that difference. I mean, that's really quick. Let's say it even took, 5 years, but even if it only took 1 year, that house is appreciating at such a great rate that you're probably not even going to be able to catch up to save that 20% down unless something crazy happens. You come into a windfall of money, or you're able to really stack away money, because at a 10% appreciation on the house, that house, $500,000, is now worth $550 the next year, and you have to come up with more money. That is money you're missing out on by just waiting to save 20% to put down. Now, the argument was, well, if you don't put 20% down, you're going to have to pay the PMI. And that may be true, or that is true, I should say. But let's just look at the numbers, right? $17,500 compared to $100,000 putting down. Now, that PMI is going to be about $300 a month, potentially, on that house. So let's use that number just to keep it easy. Again, $300 a month to make up that gap of $82,500 is 22 years worth of payments. That is going to be the difference there. Now, everybody knows, over time, when you get up to 20% equity, so if the housing market keeps appreciating, or you pay down your loan, or both at the same time, right, you have the ability to take off the PMI. So you're likely going to be able to take off that PMI within a handful of years, certainly less than 10 years, maybe 5 years, depending on appreciation. So don't get caught in this trap, this conventional way of thinking that you have to have 20% down. Now, I'm not saying that 20% down is a bad option, but it is important to understand what all the options are and really break down what the numbers look like when you're talking 3.5% down, 5% down versus 20% down on a housing market that, here on the Central Coast, we're talking $500,000, we're talking $350 for a condo, we're talking $700,000 for a house in the 5 cities area. So that 3.5% compared to 20% down can be a massive difference, and that could be the difference between somebody getting into a house and building equity and, over the course of a few years building up that nest egg and never purchasing. So I just want you to consider that. Again, don't miss out on purchasing a house because you're worried about the PMI. Now, obviously, the payments have to make sense for you as well. So if that PMI makes it unpurchasable because of that, well, that's going to be an issue as well. And maybe if you have a big lump of cash, let's say you came into an inheritance, something like that, maybe the 20% down is better for you. I still don't think it is, because interest rates are so low. Why would I put my own money up when I can use other people's money? I can leverage other people's money to grow my wealth. Why would I put my money up? But that's a whole nother discussion. So let's jump into the market stats for the month of August. We'll do Santa Maria first. Active listings were basically flat again this month, 87 compared to 88 last month and 93 the month before. New listings down pretty significantly. 3 months ago, we had 128. Last month, in July, we had 122. And then last month, August, we had 99. So that's a pretty significant drop, almost 20% drop in new listings coming on the market, which is interesting because I feel like this is my subjective feeling here. Obviously, the data indicates otherwise, but I feel like I see a lot more for sale signs up around the area. Apparently, I'm wrong, but maybe I'm just looking out for them a little bit more. Sold listings down pretty significantly as well. 91 this last month in August compared to 117 in July and 81 in June. So we had a big dip, kind of a spike, and then a drop again. Absorption rate still under 1 month. We're at 0.89, 0.92 last month, and 0.96 the month before. Average sale price, right about the same. It dropped a little bit, I believe, $525 that's not average, that's median sales price, $525. That is a 19.59% increase over last year's August and an 18.3% increase year to date. So think about that, talking about our down payments, right? Let's say you wait that year to purchase that $500,000 house, and in that time you had a 18% appreciation. That's almost the entire down payment that you got just in appreciation in that year, right? That's almost $100,000 into your pocket, into that bank account that is your house, if you would have purchased with your 3.5% down instead of waiting to save and grind and save and save and save to get that 20% down. Something to think about. Let's jump over to southern San Luis Obispo County. San Luis Obispo South all the way to Santa Maria. Active listings down again, 166 compared to 170 last month and 195 the month before that. So continuing to go down. New listings, 150 compared to 163 the month before and 186 the month before that. Sold, pretty good increase there, 180 compared to 153 and 178 the month before that. So a little bit of like a V shape, right? Absorption rate 1.1, 1.1 last month, 1.2 the month before that. And the median sale price, $778, $750. That is a 18.8% increase over last year's August and a 19.2 year to date. Same thing, almost 20% increase in equity in just that 1 year alone. Pretty crazy increases in equity. Again, I say it all the time, if you're looking to build long-term wealth for you, yourself, your family, I don't know what else I have to tell you. 18%. You don't get that anywhere else. That is it for this video. Kept it short and sweet this time. Kind of ran through the numbers pretty quick. Again, my name is Christian Tiessen with Hubbell Real Estate. If you have any questions or know anybody that would like to buy or sell real estate or has just any questions all about real estate, I love to talk about this stuff. Have all the numbers and provide you with all the information I can. My number is 805-459-9834. I'm looking forward to talking to you all very soon again.